Okay, here's question 6. This one's all about slope. And so we're supposed to find the slope of AB. Alright, so AB right here starts at A, ends at B. Well, you got a couple ways you can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One way is to see that the y-intercept is 0, 8. And the other way, and then also that the x-intercept is 15, 0. And so we use those 2 points to determine the slope. 0, 8 and 15, 0. Using the slope formula, which I think some of you have forgotten from last year. Find the difference in the y-coordinates over the difference in the x-coordinates. 0 minus 8. So we're doing 0 minus 8. It's negative 8. And then 15 minus 0. 15. So negative 8 fifteenths is the slope of AB. Write an equation for the ray EF in terms of its slope, negative 2/5, and its y-intercept. Alright, so now we're up here at EF. So you can see the slope. It goes down 1, 2, and then over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's where the negative 2/5 comes from. Now every year there are people who make the mistake of using this point for the y-intercept of EF because they use that for the y-intercept for AB. This is a different line, remember. So the y-intercept of EF is not 8, it's 10. Alright, so don't make that mistake. That happens every year. Some people use the one for the first line. That's not the right one. Alright, so here's the equation in slope-intercept form. You may remember slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. Alright, so negative 2/5 x plus 10. X is not a part of the slope. The slope is not negative 2/5 x, it's just negative 2/5. Alright, so y equals negative 2/5 x plus 10. That should be easy. That's just substituting in the slope they gave you and the y-intercept that you can determine from the graph, where it crosses the y-axis. Alright, so C, use the equation to find the coordinates of the point in which the ray intersects the x-axis. Alright, I want to refer you back to question A of this one. You might think that, we're going to use this. How do you use that equation to find the coordinates of the point in which the ray intersects the x-axis? Alright, so let's go back and look at this again. Alright, here's the x-axis. It's the horizontal axis, right? And you can see that this goes off the chart, so we can't really tell where it does visually. But what do you notice about an x-axis? This is the x-axis, an x-intercept. This is it right here for the line AB. You notice that the y-coordinate is 0. The y-coordinate is always 0 for the x-axis, just as the x-coordinate is always 0 for the y-axis up here. Alright, so knowing that for the x-intercept, I should say, 0 is the y-coordinate. Always, no matter where the x-intercept happens on this x-axis, no matter where it happens, its y-intercept is going to, or y-coordinate is going to be 0. Alright, so because of that, we can do this. In place of y, we can put 0, because that is the y-coordinate of any point that is on the x-axis, and the x-intercept is right on the x-axis. So they're asking us, where does it intersect the x-axis? Well, we know that the y-coordinate, wherever it does, the y-coordinate is going to be 0. So now this gives us the ability to solve this equation. We got it down to one variable and figure out what x equals. So we'll subtract 10 from both sides, and that will give us negative 10 equals negative 2/5 x. So some of you on your calculators would divide by negative 2/5 x. Remember, you can multiply by the reciprocal, which I think is actually faster. Multiply by the reciprocal of negative 2/5, which is negative 5/2. Okay, so now we're multiplying both sides by the reciprocal of negative 2/5, negative 5/2. Okay, so that this multiplication on the right side of the equals 1, so that makes 1x, which is what we're looking for. So what does x equal? Negative 5 halves times negative 10 is 25. So finding the coordinates of the point in which the ray intersects the x-axis, well, it's at 25, 0, right? 25, 0. So that's how you do it. You substitute 0 for y, because we know that's what the y coordinate is going to be when it intersects the x-axis. And then solve the equation and get the x coordinate. Y coordinate is automatically 0. X coordinate is what we get when we solve the equation. Alright, that's number 6. See you on number 7.